Hey, so like maybe 20 minutes ago, I just came out to my best friend. It went great. I kind of expected it would, and then also it was more like it was not gonna come out right because we've been friends for almost 10 years now, and I don't want him to think that I was hiding anything from him. Like this is an aspect of my life, a small aspect of my life, and I don't want him to think that I couldn't trust him with this information and that he wasn't worthy enough for it. And I was afraid that he was gonna take it like you never told me. Don't know why. I thought we were friends. I thought you felt. I made it clear that we could tell each other anything. So, like I said, so when I had called him and he spoke earlier, and he was like, "Hey," I was like, "Are you at work?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Call me back tonight, please. Do call me back tonight." Because if he didn't call me tonight, I was not gonna come out to him. I was gonna be like, "Whatever. I don't have the courage or the balls to go through this whole emotional game that people go through." I mean, not the game. It's not a game that people go through. It's the back and forth of like, should I not, should I? Yeah, it's a game. It's like a ping pong game, And I ain't gonna not dress it up. So I called him and we were talking about other things first, and I was like pacing, and I was like, I wanted to record the conversation, but I was like, I wasn't thinking. I was like, I kept thinking about, I have to do it. I have to do it. It's a no brainer. Like I have to do it now. So I was like, I have to tell you something. My friend's like, what? And the first thing that came to his head was like, did I sleep with his girlfriend? And I was like, no, I definitely did not sleep with her. Well, his ex-girlfriend. Anyway, so he was like, what? What could it be? And I was like, I'm gay. And he's like, that's it? And I was like, yeah, I guess. And he's like, oh, okay, that's fine. He was, I don't understand. And he doesn't understand why I felt like it was such a big thing to keep from him, or why did I keep it. That was his reaction. Not the reason, like, why are you gay? It was definitely not like that. And he went on and he made his gay jokes, and that's just him. And this doesn't really matter. You can come up with any jokes to me and I'd be like, if it's funny, it's funny. If it's offensive, it's probably even funnier. I'm the first one to probably crack a highly offensive joke, which I've done probably recently, but I'll keep those to myself. So, I don't know, we talked, and I was like on the verge of crying. I was like really happy. Didn't want to make it super cheesy, but I didn't bawl and cry. But there were definitely tears in my eye, and I was super relieved. And he didn't even ask questions. It's just another, like he always said. It's like, it's a part of you, but it's not what makes you you. What makes you you is that you're super nerdy. You love Doritos. You love video games. You love hanging out with me and the guys. Not, and I had to. I don't know if I had to, but I clarified. I was like, I'm not attracted to you. You're a great friend, but that's it. And we talked about, we made other jokes, and I was like, oh, I felt like I give you more ammo now that now you know that I'm gay. And he was like, well, I gotta look it up online. I don't know that many gay jokes. I usually come up with the dark skin jokes. Not necessarily black jokes, but just dark skin jokes in general, because I'm the darkest one in our group. My circle of friends. And so he was like, I don't know, I gotta research that one. I was like, alright, go for it. See what you got. So it was a real, it wasn't a great conversation. It wasn't like a mind blowing conversation, but it was just more like we talked about it, and then we went on different other issues that we had pressed because we haven't spoken in a long time. And the last time we spoke, he was supposed to re-Skype with me. He didn't Skype. So I was kind of pissed at that, that he missed it. And I was like, and then so just things just started rolling into my head, and I was like, well, next conversation I'm gonna have with him, I'm just gonna be just outright truthful, because he did ask me about if I have screwing girls, or because I used to live in Jersey and now I moved. So he's like, oh, how the bitches over there, or chicks, however, whatever. This is just his way of speaking. And he's always asking me like, oh, who are you screwing now? And I did lie. I mean, I wasn't completely truthful. I was like, no, I'm not screwing anybody. I'm screwing a couple girls here and there. Nothing big, nothing major. So I just felt like I don't want to lie anymore. It's just really useless. So prior to me making this video, I was calling my mom. Sorry, I was gonna tell her too. I was like, kill two birds with one stone. The two most important people in my life: my mom and my best friend. And I was like, my mom already kind of hinted earlier about. I think she knows, but I don't think she has heard it from me. And I feel like I should tell her from me. It should come from my mouth. It should not have come from anybody else as well. So I don't know why anybody else is talking about my sexuality, which is not even in question here, unless I have a disease, then it's okay if people talk about it, because it's like, oh, does he need, whatever comes along with having a disease. I don't know, never had one, don't plan on catching one. So I don't know why are people talking about it and how it got to her. I'm contemplating how I got to her, but it doesn't really matter how I got to her, because it's gotten to her now. And I was already in the past couple days, somehow, I guess, from some divine intervention, was like, well, you're already in the mood of coming out, so might as well tell your mom and tell your best friend about it. So I guess, like I said, some either self-fulfilling prophecy or some outside force, or just plain coincidence that I was in the past couple of days I've been thinking about coming out, so I decided to come out, but not really come out, because it's not really, straight people don't do it, so why do I have to do it? It's not really a big thing. But I mean, it was a great coming out, and it's not that I recommend it to everybody, because it's definitely not something to announce. Yeah, be prideful of being gay, but it's not all of you. There's a lot more to you than just who your sexual orientation is. It definitely doesn't make you. It makes a part of you. It definitely is. It's definitely a part of that pie chart. Definitely is a part of you, but I don't know how much. Only you decide how big that part is. To me, it's a small part. There's a lot of aspects of me that make my pie chart. I would say my homosexuality makes me, I don't know, maybe 15% of my pie chart. Most of it is my drive. My goals make up probably 60% of that. My values, make up another huge chunk of it. The way I carry myself is my character is another part of it, but being gay is not really a big part of me, but it definitely is a part of me, and it's definitely one that I shouldn't hide or lie about. If it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up. It's not really a big thing. But this is where I'm getting off. This is, I'm guessing, part 1 of my coming out. Part 2 would be when I tell my mom. Just telling her, it's just, like I said, the topic's been brought up already, so I might as well just continue. So stay tuned for part 2. You guys have a good night or good morning wherever you are, and watch for more.